the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chiko Bikabia Mapuni, Chineke, the son of the one of Isala, Nina Kozana, Nina Jama, and Yanage Farosi, Obanane, all the Amendment. Then so
but you know what? I would like you to believe that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm going to do in 5 years to come. Thank you.
That we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. Some of you tried to do something about it with the End SARS protest, but some of us quickly, or should I say some of you quickly capitulated because of your tribal affiliations or religious considerations. They managed to divide each and every one of you. But today you must make up your mind what you want to do. Do you want to change your lives, or do you want to continue residing in a damnable zoological republic with no hope, way, or means out of the mess that you're in? Why can't we change our lives? Those who are telling you that the revolution is not the best way to go about it, ask them, how come Russia is advanced today? How come the United Kingdom, Britain is advanced today? How come Germany is advanced today? How come France is advanced? How come Spain is advanced? How come the United States of America, of course the greatest country on this very is where they are today is because in each and every of these countries there was a revolution. Either a violent overthrow of a very corrupt and inept regime, or there was what I would refer to as intellectual revolution. In Africa, none of these appears to be present at the moment. Those of them that commenced the NSAS protest tried as much as they can, but the forces that we overwhelmed them, the forces of darkness, the forces of hate, the forces of retrogression, the forces of iniquity prevailed, especially with the help of their journalists and their media houses. But this time around, we must prepare ourselves. But before we do so, we must ask this very important question. Are we all prepared for this very change that is about to come? Are we mentally tough enough to withstand all the garbage that will be thrown at us? Are you strong enough to jettison every emotional consideration that has to do with tribe, ethnicity, or religion? Once we are able to overcome all of this nonsense, believe you me, this very next phase of revolution will stand and stand very, very strongly. Everybody knows that Nigeria is a scam, a very big one. Nigeria is being run by an extremist bunch of dictators called the president. All of you know this. Everybody understands this very fact that Buhari is no more. You know that Buhari is dead, everybody knows. But those still perpetuating this very myth that Buhari is alive are those pinning their hopes on 2023. So this is a collection of odd bedfellows. These are people who are determined by every means available to cling on to power, to continue to impoverish you, to continue to allow terrorists from all across the Sahel to occupy your farmlands and your forests. They rape your mothers, they abduct your sisters, they kill your traditional rulers, they kill the daughters of your prominent men, and you do nothing about it because their only consideration is to keep you focused on this very elusive, better Nigeria to come. You and I know that Nigeria can never ever be better. We know that very well. The whole world understands that Nigeria can never ever be better. Why are you pinning your hopes on it? You're pinning your hopes on it so you can go to Dubai like Atiku and the rest of them and buy houses for your wives and your concubines. You are doing so because you think it's the turn of your village to eat money. And I have consistently asked this question. Biden that has just been confirmed as the US president, is he from your village? Boris Johnson from the United Kingdom, is he from your village? Is Angela Merkel from your ethnic group? I'm asking you in the zoo. But you prefer that. Psalm chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord. You will vindicate IPOB. You will vindicate your children of Biafra according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked. Bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land. Bring an end to their abductions. Bring an end to their kidnappings. Bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God and you are an upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows, Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men. Verse in the Bible, something that in the Torah, the original Bible, something that Samuel said. Not this one, the Europeans added their own to it. The original word of God, the Torah. And Samuel said, as your sword has made women childless, so will your mother be childless among women. And Samuel put Agag to death before the Lord at Gilgal. I want Fulani Janjaweed to understand, as you have made many mothers childless and turned women to widows, so shall you also be childless. Your children will bear. As I see, by the time we are done with what we are doing, the world will record IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu'S as mad people. That's what I want. You people are about to see madness, the type you've never seen before. All that money you're saving, you're accumulating and stealing and depositing in Dubai, UAE government will eat it. All the money you have stolen and put in England, the Bank of England will take it. Your children cannot eat it. Oh, you think you can kill other people's children and you're only walking about very free? You people are jokers, honestly. You people, you are mad. You are insane. We don't forgive. We're not going to forget. You see, everybody you killed at Mpo, National High School, at my house, Isiama Faruku, everybody you killed, we are going to avenge all of them. We are going to avenge all of them. That you may see madness. And then after that, let your children come and enjoy now. Let's see. You think you're smart. You can kill other people's children and your own will be enjoying. Going to Cambridge and on stolen wealth. You must be dreaming. Let me tell you what Samuel said. Shmuel, of course, correct pronunciation. As your sword has killed the sons of many mothers. I think the New Living Translation is better. And I want this quotation everywhere, tonight, all over the world. The first book of Samuel, chapter 15, verse 33. Use the New Living Translation. This is for Fulani generals and police commissioners in our land. As your AK-47 has killed the sons of many mothers, now your own mother will be childless. Ponder over it. Very, very important. As they are doing all this, their nonsense, they're saying the North cannot be threatened. These are the people threatening us. That is one thing sometimes I wonder the type of journalism you have in Nigeria. The people threatening us, they're in our forest, killing us, and now turning around and saying you cannot threaten us. Hey, Zoo, they're called the Northern Elders Forum. It's from their news today. The North can't be threatened into submitting to separatist agenda. That foolishness of IPOB, everybody is now foolish. That thing we saw many years ago, and they killed us for it. They campaigned against us for it. Now everybody has seen it. Isn't God wonderful? Do you see why I said that IPOB, they are the only chosen people? I'm being honest. They are the only people who, what we saw many years ago, some of you are saying it just last night. The Northern Elders Forum has said no amount of political maneuver by secessionists in parts of the country will threaten the North's political fortune ahead of the 2023 elections, which means they are telling you that we hold the key to Nigeria. That's what I'm telling you. People who are in our forests, raping and killing our people, they are telling us that we are the ones threatening them. And newspapers will carry this junk. No, his name is Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed. And my name is Mazi Nnamdi. We are not relatives. I don't know who this man is. By blood, by genetic disposition, by religion, by culture, by sexual inclination, I don't know who they are or where they came from. Just that Britain decided that we saw a bunch of monkeys in Africa. Let's put them together as one country. That's what happened. He described the wave of irredentism. Not the wave of Fulani banditry, no. They think they're clever. And some of you make Fulani feel that they're very clever. They're very foolish. Fulani, you people are the ones threatening us. You're the ones in our forest. Fulani, you are the ones that sent Yoruba people on exile as refugees into Benin Republic. Fulani, it is you. Yoruba young people are rising up. You are now claiming we are separatists, irredentists, or whatever garbage you call it. Because you think we are fools. Because you will use Daily Trust, you will use all these stupid Nigerian media houses to drown everybody out. No, but not us. I will come on air to preach. And millions all over the world will listen. Because what we are preaching is the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Fulani, you are the problem. But you're the ones complaining because you think we are all foolish. Of course, most of us are in the southern part of the zoo. That is why we must continue to tell the Fulani Janjaweed that they cannot succeed. Nigeria must fall. The zoo must fall. There is no other alternative. You must go back to where you come from. Even the Hausa will reclaim Gobe, which is Sokoto. Mark my words somewhere. Hausa peasants will rise up against Fulani Janjaweedism. They think they're smart, but no, they are not. They have come to the end of the road. They have come into the land of the rising sun, the land of the ancients, where God in his infinite wisdom saw it fit to plant the first human being on this very earth. That is your end. If you don't know, let me tell you now. Let me tell you one thing you don't understand. Ojukwu is our Moses. All God did between 67 and 70 is to show us that there's a land he prepared for us called Biafra. That's all he did. And now this generation is here to get it. And the walls of that Jericho must fall. The zoo must fall. I have a very, very critical and sobering announcement to make this evening.
Found itself in a situation where they have become incapacitated. They are not capable of resolving every crisis that they are facing today. So the state is already a failed state. So what are we going to do in December 2nd? Our declaration will offer solution. And like I said, remedy, remedy, remedy to the economic crisis, to the insecurity, to the upsurge of terrorism, and what have you. And we believe that those who supported Nigeria to commit genocide against Biafrans in the 60s must be very ashamed of themselves today. Though we can see that many of them who are very corrupt, I am talking about those in America, for example, like, some of them we have seen removing Nigeria from the list of, special interest of a state that have committed crime against Christians, for example. Those who remove Nigeria without investigation, they are struggling very hard, trying not to look stupid by their continuous support for the Nigeria, even when they knew that Nigeria is already a failed state. The more they try to revive Nigeria, following their fake diplomatic ties, and the more Nigeria will continue to fail them. So, my people, there is no two ways about it. This time around, we have come to outsmart the nomadic system of Nigeria. And of course, our aim and objective is to bring and restore true democracy in Biafra land, which will affect the entire region. After December 2nd, we will move to the next level, which I call the phase 2 of the Biafra liberation, which this phase 2 will see the establishment and activation of the state institution within Biafra land, which is already functional as I speak. That will take over the Nigeria state functions, will take over the functions of other institutions from the Nigeria state, and that is the part of the delegitimization of Nigeria. And by announcing the United States of Biafra commitment to several international sanctioned principles, policies, and international recognized organization that Nigeria never had, we are going to make sure we approach every international organization that Nigeria has violated their treaties with impunity, providing Biafra to them and presenting Biafra as a remedy and alternative. With what we have done so far, we have been able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you can't forge any document in Biafra and present it anywhere. We have eliminated the possibility to forge document, unlike the runners and all the criminals in Yoruba land are doing. That's what they do. They make a living by forging. So my people in the United States, for those who are very, very unsure of what will happen after December 2nd, I am telling you now, giving you a hint. Our declaration of independence or declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will be expected to legitimize the Biafra government in the eye of other non-terrorist states. This is going to take a very long time, and it requires many diplomatic approach, political approach, and of course, it also requires commitment from the Biafra government, which I believe we are not shaking from that end. In turn, we will be expected to recognize Biafra, and we don't care how long this will take. This kind of legitimization of Biafra state will be culminated in the quest or in our request or appeal to other states and international organizations to recognize the independence of Biafra. Our grievances that we expected to be listed on the declaration document has been drafted or has been drafted by our committee on the declaration of the declaration drafting committee will include the grievance declaration, the institutionalizing declaration, and the commitment declaration. I want you all in the United States to listen to this. Very, very important. We are going to have 3 major grievances in our declaration document. And so, if you don't know what we are doing, we are fighting Nigeria academically. We are fighting Nigeria with brain. We are fighting Nigeria physically, and we are fighting Nigeria with gun. So what am I? Let me repeat it again. I said the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will cover 3 major grievances. One is grievances declaration, institutionalizing declaration, and the commitment declaration. And this different declaration will be elaborated during the time of our convention in Finland. So when you come to Finland, you're going to have first-hand information, and you are going to read the history, be part of the history, and stay where the history is happening, so that you will not say they told you, or you will not say you watch it from the social media. No, you are going to be there. Those who are privileged to come to Finland, you will be there to witness this thing yourself, how it is done. So, and then after that, you know, when I made a video the other day to explain to Biafrans who will be expecting that immediately after the declaration, the police will disappear from Biafra. No, the military will disappear. Of course, most of them use it to do propaganda, which doesn't move us. Because the thing is that they don't know what we are doing. They don't have the information, and they will never have the information. And even if they do, they will never support Biafra. And we don't expect everybody to support Biafra. Like I've said previously, even this Finland, when they voted 88 over 100, you know how many that voted for Finland Declaration of Independence. So what I'm trying to say is that the United States, those Biafrans in the United States, all of you must understand that the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra in December is going to come with a heavy Edoakanono. Edoakanono to the enemies, both the outside and within. And so we are going to be taking a little bit step forward to the Edoakanono that is happening presently. It is a must. So those who think that Simon Ekpa is laughing at them or laughing with them, my brother, don't look at this laugh and this face. I have always warned, if you follow this face, you'll be deceived. I am not here with a clean eye, fighting for Biafra, fighting against Nigeria Islamic State, fighting against the terrorist state of Nigeria, Ejira Anyoma, and Osa Nigeria. Don't look this face, it will deceive you. I want to assure you that in the coming weeks, on this lockdown of Nigeria institution, is going to be a litmus test of what is to come. We will continue to prove to Nigeria terrorist state that they have lost every legitimacy to govern anybody in Biafra territory. That's our target. There is no other target we have. The reason why this 1 month lockdown of Nigeria institution in Biafra land is to prove to them that they have lost the legitimacy. And if they try to bring those terrorists to kill our people and put it on Biafra people who are ready to take it upon them or take it with them, we are not going to move any inch backward, in the sense that when they try to kill people, they say, oh, Simon Ekpa put the lockdown, they are locking. That is what. If you make yourself a willing to, you have yourself to blame, and your family will ever regret allowing you to be used as a propaganda machine by the Nigeria state. Nothing is going to come out of it, I promise you. Do not fall a victim of the Nigeria state because of your hatred for freedom. Do not fall a victim of the Nigeria state because of the peanut you receive from the secretariat. Secretariat will be raised in time to come. I am telling you, we are still watching them. Let any secretariat open and you see what Biafra is going to do to that secretariat. That land belongs to us, and we dictate and decide how we use it. And after that, we will rebuild our land. So Biafra government need your support to make sure that we are.
Came, they saw the light in Biafra. In here, they saw it in Arochukwu. And they said that you have no history, as I told you before. And I want everybody to go to Google again, because we are lecturing today, and type in the word Sambation. I want to teach you something this very day that will shock even our enemies. Go to Google and you type in this word, please. Sambation. It's called Sambation. It's called the Sambation River. I give Elohim praise. Sambation River. Go, and as I'm reading it, I want you to be reading it, please. Sambation River. So you'll be shocked. I told you everything I tell you is gospel from heaven. I don't add anything of mine. As I'm giving the message from heaven, I give it to you. 3 people make up the Biafran people. The whole of Biafra. Forget all these other names. The whole of Biafra. The Igbo people. The house of God. And his nephews. Ephraim and Manasseh. Are you listening to me? There are the ancient Ndibo, the ancient people who were there. The first wave of migrants came from Egypt. The second wave came from Samaria. 3 people. One came from Egypt, Sudan, Niger, Yoruba land into Igbo land. First wave, the house of God. The house of Ephraim and Manasseh came through Egypt, came through Djibouti, went through the upper lands of Ethiopia, came into the Afar region of Ethiopia, proceeded through the Central African Republic we know today, into Cameroons, and into Biafra land. The third and the final wave that came. 3 people make up the land of Biafra. 3. And when I say that Biafrans are Israelites or Hebrew, not all of it. I've told you this before, so there'll be no confusion. I want you to go and type in Sambation. Some spell it S-A-M-B-A-T-I-O-N. S for sugar, A for apple, M for mother, B for Bravo, A for apple, T for tango, I for India, O for Oscar, and N for November. You can find it, Sambation. I read it. Oh dear me. In the earliest literature, where do I begin? What is Sambation? It is the mythical river. It is the mythical river. Oh God in heaven. A river of stone. A river of stone that took Jews to every part of the world. There was a man that wrote many centuries ago. Many centuries ago. Unbelievable. This is shocking. Shocking. I'm telling you. The river Sambation flowed beyond the rivers of Abyssinia. Remember when I told you about the Afar region and I told you about Biafra, Biafra'S, and Biafra? This man is saying that the exact place that we located on the map as to have Biafra in it during the migration was where this very river was located. And these are Jewish scholars of note. Josephus, Pliny the Elder. These people we are writing in the ancient days. In ancient days. Even an Arabian writer, but his name is Abraham Abulafia. And this same river was mentioned in 2 Kings as well in the Bible. The river that flowed beyond the rivers of Abyssinia. And where is Abyssinia? Is Ethiopia. If you go beyond Ethiopia, it becomes the kingdom of Biafra. It's here. I didn't write it. Everything we tell you is gospel. Everything we tell you is gospel. Absolute gospel. Some people don't understand. They don't reason very well. But here we reason. Go and research it. Sambation. It's an assignment. Go and read it. Then you will understand the miracle that Elohim is doing in our lives. You must understand it. They say you have no history. I don't know that the British discovered something they never wanted anybody to see. They said, your name is now Nigeria. It means gloomy. It means dark. It means evil. Oh dear me. They said that the most credible account is that given by a Jewish writer and traveler. The most credible. His name is Eldad the Danite. You know, the tribe of Dan. In his letter to the Jews in Spain in the year 883 AD, he said, who are we? And the children of light. The children of light. There's something I want to play for you. There is something that I wish to play for you that the whole world may understand it. To know who we are. To know why we are agitating for Biafra. to tell the so-called misguided, foolish elders that cannot see, that are not learned, to let them understand why we do what we do. They know nothing. That is why we are the way we are. They know nothing. I want to show you something.
There's a possibility.
Listen.
The international community can be brought to bear. The UN.
Listen.
Declaration of Human Rights. All the way through. This is a very...
No. It has gone. It has. Oh my goodness! It has gone. I will try to play it from here. Try to play it from
TV. I want to amplify that we believe that there's a possibility that the international community can be brought to bear. The UN.
Listen.
The Declaration of Human Rights. All the way through. This is a very, very serious matter. There's something that I didn't mention, and I hesitate.
A white man. A white man.
I'm not Nigerian. Although I think Dr. Lloyd has bestowed upon me the honorary title of Nigeria man. And we had a conversation. It wasn't heated, but he acted like he was going to revoke my Nigeria man credentials.
Listen.
Causing my 13-year-old son, who was in the car with me, to be very distraught. He said, Dad, you have to stay a Nigeria man. But talking about children, when I was a little boy, when I was 7 years old, growing up in the middle of nowhere, Florida, in a swamp, closest town was 30 miles away. The first thing that happened in the world that brought bear to me that maybe things weren't always right, maybe things weren't always good, wasn't the Vietnam War.
Vietnam War?
I was in the South. It was correct and just, and we were the warriors. It was the Biafra War.
Biafra. Listen.
I remember very distinctly thinking, this just isn't right. This isn't right.
The British,
this is a
you hear it now.
It is a great nation.
It's a great nation. Biafra.
Country. And then later when I learned, something most people don't know, that there is a plausible argument that democracy began in Igbo land.
Igbo land, a white man. Democracy, the world knows today, started in Igbo land. The whole world over. A white man, an American doing his research. I don't know who has this clip, and I want to post it on my page. Democracy started where in Igbo land. Now, do you see the reason why I tell you that we are the oldest people on this earth? And if you don't have the grace of God, you cannot write. You cannot read and write. A white man doing research in America. This is why CNN will not carry our news. If you're wondering why BBC won't carry it, this is it. Because the white man understands what Biafra means. Blacks in Africa don't know. They don't know the purpose of God in their lives. They have no idea. You see, the Yoruba see Biafra as something there to be fought. Let's fight it. They are fighting Biafra out of ignorance. This man did his research and said, what our ancestors were able to do 5,000 years ago, now today we cannot do it. The first written constitution in the whole world, Igbo land. The first organized government in the world, Igbo land. There are two people that go from heaven. The Israelites and those that he sent to Biafra land. Only two. The Israelites revolted and said, give us a king so we can be like other nations. And Chukwukabiyama gave them Saul. Do you know the funniest thing? The Igbo race never asked for a king. Instead, they named their children Chibueze, that God is king. That is why if you come out in Biafra land in those days, I say Igbo land as an example because they're the ones maintaining it. And you say to somebody you're a king, they'll tell you to go and be a king to your wife and your children. Igbo and Abegi. Now you understand how special we are. Now you understand why I fight for Biafra to be free. And I want my Yoruba brethren to understand, once Biafra is free, you're also very free. You'll be very rich, I assure you. Because it's a blessing from God in heaven, not man. And this is what the British never wanted you to know. They don't want you to know this, never. Because they want us to be saying it. And being a black man from Africa, if you're saying it, people won't believe you. The British saw this. That was why they said we must amalgamate them. They found Nnamdi when Nnamdi was a willing tool of the devil. And he agreed. Mazi Ojike wanted him. He said no. I'll play it again so you hear how special you are. I want you to understand how special. Some of you don't know why we fight for Biafra. This is the reason why. We are the oldest of the oldest, the very ancient people. When I tell you that Igbo language is word that speak in heaven, you're doubting me. That is what they speak in heaven. The angels address God Almighty in Igbo language. This is the reason why the oldest civilization on this earth is in Igbo land, the center of the whole world. Let's listen to this man once again. I'm excited about it.
Right.
Listen.
This is a great people. This is a great nation.
Great nation.
There was a country.
As a country.
And then later when I learned something most people don't know.
Most people don't know this.
There is a plausible argument that democracy began in Igbo land.
Democracy.
The very first written constitution on this planet was written by the Igbo people.
The Igbo people wrote the first constitution. But Europeans don't want the world to know. Because they are wondering, if that is the case, why did God put people in Africa? That's so backwards. And I'm saying to them, God sent us to Africa to bring light into Africa. That's our job. In here, Chineke. In our villages. In here, which means light. It's in Anambra. It's everywhere you go to. Do you now see who we are? The first written constitution in CBD, the first. I want to listen to this man more, please. Let's listen to him.
The very first democracy that involves self-governance.
Self-governance.
For everybody.
Autonomous community.
Not just the Greek wealthy, but everybody was in Igbo land.
Igbo land.
And the very first democracy that permitted women leaders.
The first, anywhere when America was saying give women a vote, this is our mothers, so we are rulers. They rule the families. When women are talking in our culture, men don't come out. You don't dare come out. Can you say it? Can you hear who we are? When I hear all these fools in Abuja and in Lagos, all these riffraffs talking rubbish, I feel sorry for them. That is why we are harsh with any idiot that calls himself an elder who doesn't know history. What we are fighting for is to protect something that anybody will be envious of. This is who we are. And we started worshiping idol. Somebody will go to the farm and cut a wood. Or Pierre will say, you cut an idol, rubbish. You bow down before an idol. And God took away all the blessing he gave us. Said, go and worship idol, then that's what you want. That's why we're in a mess. God gave us 700 years to come out of it. We continued in idol worship. And he sent the British. The Arabs came. He said, no, I don't want you to do it. He sent the British instead. Go and conquer them. And as you're conquering them, you're going with the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament. If they are smart, God said, if they are smart, they will go to Old Testament and see who they are. And that was what we did. Oh my goodness. Let's listen.
Was in Igbo land.
Igbo land.
The West, Europe, we were still in the Dark Ages.
Europe was nothing. You see all these white men building aeroplane and going to the moon, they were nothing. When Biafra land was bubbling, when the kingdom of Biafra was at its peak with God Almighty in heaven as the undefeated king, Europe was nowhere. They were in the Stone Ages. They were nothing. Oh dear me.
And yet the Igbo had figured out a way to have a just and meaningful government. and a just and meaningful society and due process and fairness. And to this day, you see a great...
Listen, due process and fairness. These things are weaved into our idioms we have, our proverbs. This is a white man teaching you who you are. Fairness. Which is the foundation of our constitution. Fairness. I want the world to hear this. Biafra means fairness. You can never cheat anybody and get away with it. Never. In Biafra land. Oh God in heaven. Some idiots come up and they say they're elders. They know nothing. They are promoting one Nigeria, bringing the curse of God upon them and on their children. They know nothing. God said you cannot go into Nigeria, you're not a Nigerian. I asked the British to come to show you who you are, that you may return to me, that I may reestablish my kingdom. Before I researched and I found it, I used to tell you that Biafra is the kingdom of heaven on this earth. I told you that before. Before I did research and I discovered it. And I've shown it to you. It's on my page. Go to scroll down, you will see it. Kingdom of Biafra is there written. Which means that the name couldn't have come from anywhere else. Apart from the people that they gave it to. The white man is not telling you who you are. The first organized system of government in the whole world. With fairness. Weaved into it. Fairness. Fairness. That's who we are. The very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining from. I welcome everyone that has connected. Like the program and share on your platform, share to family and friends. Share on your WhatsApp group, share to anyone that need to be with us. Keep on sharing and also click like. I welcome everybody who has connected. I welcome my beloved brother Gerard. Thank you so much, my brother Gerard. Thank you for being here. You are always here giving me that support. I appreciate you so much, my brother Gerard. Thank you so much. And every other person who has connected there, I welcome all of you, both those who are commenting and those who are not commenting. I welcome all of you. But if you are watching, you can just do us a favor to write on the comment section and let us know where you are joining us from. It is important. It will also help the world to know that we are everywhere. We are not just one place talking. We are speaking from different parts of the world. So if you're in that comment section, you can tell us the country you're watching us from, the continent you're watching us from. Just put in a message to make us know that you are there. I can also see Engineer Somtochukwu. Thank you so much, Engineer Somtochukwu. I appreciate you for joining us. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect you. And I welcome everyone that have joined this platform. Remember, in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. All we do here is to promote the cause of Biafra and to present Biafra as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. Please bear with me. I will not be speaking very loud today because I'm very strong. So I can't be speaking too loud. And we are going to try as much as possible to see if we can run the program and then end it accordingly. So as you join, we need your support to like and share. Invite others to join and let us continue to preach the gospel of Biafra and take it to the world. I can see my beloved brother also, Uche Onyende, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother Uche Onyende, one of my strong supporters here, always encouraging me to go ahead. These are the kind of people that when I'm tired, I will still come online. Remembering that there are people like Gerard Dike, Uche Onyende that is there. I will always come. Messi Akere, these are the people who are always here 247, regardless what happens. So I appreciate every one of you who has connected. And so many other people that have not mentioned their name, I appreciate you. Whether you are watching on TikTok, you are watching on Facebook, you are watching on X, or on YouTube, I welcome you, I appreciate you, and I thank you for being part of this program. So today we have come today and we are going to discuss a very important topic also. Topic that says internal sabotage, internal saboteurs expose who really fears Mazi Nnamdi freedom and Biafra rising voice. Who is afraid? Who are those afraid of Mazi Nnamdi freedom? I welcome every one of you. We will try as much as possible to broaden this very message today. It's going to be very, very wide than you know. But in as much as we don't have that strength to carry it for as far as we can, we'll do the little we can to continue it in other aspects. So I welcome every one of you and I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Great Biafrans, great lovers of freedom, great advocates of justice, human rights, and self-determination around the world. I welcome everyone to this very important morning broadcast. Thank you for hanging around and listening to the message of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. That is the first part of our program every single day. We will make sure we give them a voice to speak. Go back to the messages they left for us and allow the Biafrans to digest it. Go back to those messages as a reminder, because some of us are very forgetful. Some of us, we are not paying attention when those messages were delivered. So the importance of playing those messages to let you know that so many questions we are asking today have been answered. So if you pay attention to those first part of the program where I play those messages, you will get so many answers to some questions that you are asking people. You will save yourself from deception. You will save yourself from false informations. That is why I play those programs. So it is important to watch that very first aspect of it, the message that is coming from our Prime Minister, our Supreme Leader. Those messages are there to debunk some lies and also to help you to know the truth. Today we shall be discussing a topic that is both sensitive and necessary. Our topic today is internal sabotage of Mazi Nnamdi and the Biafran cause. The need for unity, factual information, and responsible advocacy. I want you to pay close attention. Try and get at least one thing out of this message today. Try as much as you can. Internal sabotage of Mazi Nnamdi and the Biafran cause. The need for unity, factual information, and responsible advocacy. That is what we are talking about today. This topic is important. I can preach it over and over again because of how important it is at this point in time. In a time where there are so many confusion, in a time where there are so many voices speaking from different sides of their mouth, in a time where our leaders are facing the greatest challenge of their life, in a time when the Biafrans are seeking for a way forward, solution, and a voice. Before we proceed, I encourage everyone watching to like this broadcast, share it with other subscribers, subscribe if you are new, subscribe, participate respectfully in the discussion. This conversation is not about attacking an individual, no. It is not about creating enemies, no. It is about examining the challenges that often emerge within movements, organizations, political causes, and discussion how people can remain informed, united, and focused on their objectives. And you can agree with me that these are what we need to look into at this time in this very restoration of Biafra more especially. My brothers and sisters, history teaches us something very, very important. Many struggles around the world have traced not only external opposition, but also internal disagreement, misunderstandings, misinformation, and competing interests. In this struggle that we are, just as many other struggles around the world, in this our struggle, we have traced not only external oppositions, we have also seen and traced internal disagreements, misunderstandings, misinformation, and competing interests. Whether we look at independence movements, civil rights campaign, anti-colonial struggle, or political reform movements, one common challenge has always been maintaining unity of purpose. Maintaining unity of purpose have always been a great challenge. Maintaining unity of purpose while respecting differences of opinion. This is the greatest challenge we are facing in Biafran struggle today. You can deny it, you can continue to shy away from it. It is the major problem we have today. How can we maintain the unity of purpose while respecting differences of opinion? How can we be able? I have spoken so many times about unity of purpose. Unity of purpose. I have spoken so much about it. That unity of purpose, when we speak about unity of purpose, it does not mean that you must be in the same group. You must not agree in everything. You must not have the same opinion. There will be differences in opinion. But the purpose and the goal must be one. So the question is, how are we going to maintain unity of purpose in our various groups as an individual while respecting different of opinions? By the way, this is not unique with Biafra alone. This is a reality that affected movement throughout history. The first issue I want us to discuss this morning is the danger of misinformation. The danger of misinformation. This is the one that we are facing today. Not just misinformation outside, misinformation within ourselves as Biafrans. This is the greatest challenge we are facing today. Misinformation. Coming from within. Both on those who claim they follow Mazi Nnamdi and on those who claim they follow Mazi Simon Ekpa. From both sides, there is always misinformation from various groups. Just to discredit somebody or just to feel relevant, you misinform the Biafran people. Thinking you are doing good, you are actually causing a damage to the purpose for which we all gather. When you misinform people in your group, simply because you want to score a point, you are not doing any good to the purpose of our gathering, to the cause of Biafra. You are causing damage. Today, people who are inside the struggle are the ones championing the misinformation. We are not even bothered with the misinformation of Nigeria, because misinformation of Nigeria has been dealt with. The world knows what they are. The world knows we have done a lot of job on that, and the world knows that Nigeria is a failed state filled with lies, propaganda. But the misinformation that is coming from inside is very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. Many platforms today have been bought over by politicians. Many content creators have been bought over by politicians. When you go and look at their title and what they push in their platform, you begin to wonder what has come over them. There is one clown who managed to surface himself. As you know, social media does not look at people before it benefits you. It's luck. And he was lucky to be in social media, even though he was even shameless to even use his own family and his own kid to play games and drama on social media just to make money. A shameless idiot who put even his own family on the line just for money. You can see what those kind of people can do. They can go to any length to make money. That clown they call Dambaba or whatever they call him has literally turned his platform to a willing tool, a machinery against the cause of Biafra and against Mazi Nnamdi. In line with the one that called herself Nneka. These are the people that have turned themselves as a willing tool, a machinery against Biafra and against Mazi Nnamdi. And don't get it mixed up. You cannot hate Mazi Nnamdi and like Biafra. It is not possible. Likewise, you cannot hate Mazi Simon Ekpa and love Mazi Nnamdi. It is not possible. You're only deceiving yourself. And it's just a question of time. We will know your color, who you are. It is just a question of time. Anybody you see that claim to support the cause of Biafra and tells you, oh, I hate Mazi Nnamdi, I don't like the way he goes about it, I don't know how he's doing, I don't like the way he went about it. Leave those people and run. Leave them and run. And when you are running, don't look back. Many young people today have been used, sponsored by the caliphate, through the governors, through the politicians. And that young Baba is one. Nekachimezi also identified. And so many other idiots, riffraffs, like right, left, and center. You go online, you will see them. There is one that called himself a reverend father also. That is how far they can go. There's one shameless one that called himself a reverend father. All they do is to speak against the project of Chukwu Gabiam, speak against the anointed of Chukwu Gabiam, and push every agenda that is against us. These are a bunch of idiots that we pay. But I bet you, we have more Biafran people that are intelligent than the foolish ones. We know there are Biafrans that are very foolish. There are some Biafrans that are very, very foolish. But at the same time, the number of intelligent Biafrans is greater than that of the foolish ones. And sometimes the foolish ones are the ones that make the greatest noise. Misinformation. Simply because you disagree, your brother have a different opinion, you create lies against him, even when you know that that's your brother or that your sister is genuinely pursuing the same cause that you are pursuing. The only thing that makes us to gather in all different platforms where you see Biafran flag, you see Mazi Nnamdi picture, you see Mazi Samaraba picture, the only purpose for which you see these things is the freedom of the Biafran people. That is the main goal that we all intend to achieve. But some of us have overlooked that main project. And we focus on propaganda, blackmail, and misinformation, just to make ourselves relevant or to present ourselves as much more capable than others, even when we have nothing to offer. This case of misinformation is very important at this time that we are. You see the people that worked on them as in the so-called DOS. Go and check their platform and see the amount of misinformation they are pushing out just to gain attention. Lying against the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi, just to gain attention. They go to any length to employ people that don't even know the ABC of Biafra. They lie, and they swear on their oath. And I bet you they will never go scot-free. And many Biafrans that are not smart enough to make inquiry for themselves. Some Biafrans that are not smart enough to have that time, go down and make inquiry for themselves. They have been deceived. I bet you so many Biafrans have been deceived. That is why you see today, many people have lost interest in the cause. Not because they don't want the freedom, not because they don't want Biafra, but the confusion has become so much that some people get tired of listening. I know many people that come to my platform, that call me privately, that still call me privately today and explain their reason for not coming. I know many people who have been posting about Biafra, sharing the issue of Biafra, engaging on their own, but today they're not doing it. Not because they are against Biafra, and not because they don't believe in Biafra will come, but the confusion, misinformation is so disturbing that sometimes if you are not strong enough, you can't even, like those of us that still come online to talk. If you are not strong enough, you don't have the word, or you don't have that calling, or you don't know why you are coming out, you might be forced to run away. You might be forced to run away. Sometimes when you go online and you see what people that claim to be Biafrans are saying, you begin to wonder, who are these people? It is sad. It is sad. I can see my beloved brother, Freeman Ikotu. You're welcome, my brother. Thank you so much for joining. So, as I was saying, the misinformation that is coming, including under Mazi Simon Ekpa, there are so many misinformation that people who claim to be under him are pushing. Some are claiming what they are not. Some are presenting a picture that does not exist. Some will tell you something that is not a problem. They will make it to be a problem in order to score a point. That is evil. Misinformation. That is the greatest problem we are having today. Some people today who has even come, there is nothing wrong in being a content creator. You can be a content creator, but why don't you create a positive content? Why don't you, must you create a negative content to attract attention? Must you create a negative content to attract attention? So many of them today who came and focus on Biafra content, they don't know any jack about the Biafra issue. They didn't know how all started. They didn't even take their time to go and study and know how all the issues started, so that you can be able to defend what you are saying, so that you can be able to compare and contrast the past and the future, because that will help you to deduce when someone is lying to you or when somebody is telling the truth. If you can be able to have the past in your back, and that is why I play the messages of Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi Simon Ekpa, so that when you listen to it with a pure and clean heart, when somebody is talking to you, you will now compare it with what your leader has said in the past. And that will help you to be able to deduce if this person is sincere, is correct or not correct. You don't even need to attack the person. You don't even need to abuse the person. But within yourself, you know the right message. And when you see the wrong message, you know this is the wrong message. Misinformation. For a long time, this misinformation has been there. More especially, even under Mazi Nnamdi, this misinformation has been there. These people that are attacking Mazi Nnamdi today, they were using this misinformation against so many people who were genuinely coming out to support Mazi Nnamdi. Many of them were discouraged. Many of them were driven away because of the misinformation that was passed to them. Most times, they even misinform Mazi Nnamdi. On several occasions, they have misinformed him. People within, they are just doing it just to score a point or just to be the favorable person. You just want to be somebody that's being favored. You just want to say that, oh, Mazi Nnamdi called your name. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi or Mazi Simon Ekpa called your name. Oh, you are the closest person to Mazi Nnamdi. You're the closest person to Mazi Simon Ekpa. They just want to score that point. And because of that, they push wrong information, lies against their fellow Biafrans. Even when they see a genuine person, someone that comes genuinely to offer help, they will blackmail you, they will lie against you, they will misinform the public about you, they will destroy your platform, they will destroy your personality, including your private life. They have done it to so many people. That was what they did to Mazi Simon Ekpa when he came. Mazi Simon Ekpa was doing well in Finland. Politically, privately, personally, he was doing very, very well. He was doing very well. Even while he was a one Nigerianist, he was doing very well, promoting the Igbo cause also. Until he saw the light. Our Prime Minister, wherever he is, he stays in the front seat and he fights for what he believes in. While he was a one Nigeria, he was defending Nigeria to the last, including stopping Biafrans from bringing the flag of Biafra to Igbo occasions. Because then he was a one Nigerianist. He did everything to protect what he believed. But when he saw the light, he dished every single thing. With the position he attained in Finland, if he wants to be a minister in Nigeria, it is easy. If he wants to be a governor in Nigeria, it's as easy as ABC. He has their contact. Many of them have visited him in Finland. The people in power today, they are talking rubbish. And when he joined the struggle, he blocked all of them and told them not to contact him. He never looked back. Till today that we are here, he put his own career on the line. But while he was busy trying to save and secure our people, they were planning against him. They were lying against him. They were pushing different kinds of propaganda, different kinds of blackmail against him. There was nothing they didn't say against Mazi Simon Ekpa. They did a lot of evil. This is a man who sacrificed everything to pursue the cause of Biafra. But the people he has come to work with, they refuse to listen to him. Instead of accepting him, encouraging him, they attacked him. They attacked his personality. They attacked his source of life, his private life. Everything about him was attacked, including his political career was attacked. But because he knows why he came, but because he was called, because he has a mantle, he did not run away. He did not chicken out. He continued in the cause. He never withdrew. He continued to pursue the cause up until when he was detained. A lot of misinformation continues. Even up to today, some of them push information. They say that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a Biafran. That he's not even an Igbo man. They say he's not an Igbo man. They said he is not an Igbo man. Different kinds of lie. Some say he's not a lawyer. Some say he's nobody in Finland. All these lies were pushed. But he never wavered. The same thing today is what they're doing against Mazi Nnamdi. They accuse Mazi Nnamdi of raping. They accuse Mazi Nnamdi of fraud. They accuse Mazi Nnamdi of buying a house. They accuse Mazi Nnamdi of sleeping with underage. There is no lie they are not telling against a man who is fighting for their own life. This is a man facing life sentence because of them. But they misinform the public. And some people are buying into that stock. Today, somebody like that Yambaba, that clown called himself Yambaba, who doesn't even respect his family, let alone respecting somebody else, is using his platform to call Mazi Nnamdi a terrorist. He has featured all the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi is what he's featuring. Igbo, that is the person Igbo have practically taken. Igbo have practically bought that platform of Dambaba. And all he preaches against Mazi Nnamdi. A clown who, in a normal circumstances, in a professional level, he would achieve nothing. He was only lucky that social media made him visible. Apart from social media, he would achieve nothing. A man that doesn't know his left from right. A clown who I know he grew in the north. So people have seen him as a willing tool and he's using him today. And go to his platform. Every single program he has is against Mazi Nnamdi. And I trust Biafran people. He's going to meet in Waterloo. You cannot fight the spirit of Biafra and win. And any word you speak against Mazi Nnamdi is against Biafra. It's against the project of Chukwu Gabiam. You will definitely face the consequence. We live in a digital age. Information travels faster than ever before. A single message can reach millions of people within minutes. A video clip can go viral within hours. A rumor can spread across continents before anyone verifies its authenticity. You see why misinformation is very dangerous. The kind of misinformation we are seeing in this struggle today, very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. In the present day, in this digital age where we are today, it is not like in those days when you don't have means of communication, where the government dominated it, where there is only central place, where things will happen, you not hear. Today as we speak, in 21st century, today, information travel faster than ever before. I repeat again, a single message can reach millions of people within minutes. This is why you must be very careful what you say, what you share. What you share and what you say in your platforms. A video clip can go viral within hours. This is why you must be very sure of the information you are pushing. You must be very sure with the information you are passing out, because you might not be able to retract them when the time comes. A rumor can spread across continent before anyone verifies its authenticity. That is how bad it is. This is both a blessing and a challenge. A blessing is that information can empower people. A challenge is that false information can mislead people. As supporters, observers, activists, members of any movement, more especially people in the Biafran movement struggle, there is a responsibility to verify information before accepting it as fact. Every Biafran person, there is need to verify information before accepting it as a fact. And while you are verifying, look at the motive of the messenger. Most of the people in Biafran struggle today have a motive why they speak. They have a motive. Either they want to drag you to their path or drag you to their group, or they want to make themselves feel relevant, make themselves important. They want to be seen as Alpha and Omega. They want to be seen as the person who has the right information. As supporters of this struggle, as observers, as activists, members of the movement of Biafra, there is a responsibility to verify information before accepting it as facts. I have seen many information recently, which I will not go to call names. I'm not good at calling people's names, where you see people twist information to favor their personal greed. They twist information to make themselves look right. They twist information just to create chaos. They create a problem where their problem does not exist. There are so many times I see informations. I ignore, I don't share, I don't post, I don't watch, and I don't comment. It doesn't mean that those posts are good. It doesn't mean that those informations are right. But it's a waste of time going to them. Because some of them, they do it, they only see they're waiting for you to call their name or talk, and then they will see a topic to discuss. Most of them don't have content. And I'm not going to be the one to give you a content to discuss about. Not me. You're going to wait. You're going to wait a long, long, long time. You're going to wait forever. Every claim should be examined carefully. Every report should be checked. Every source should be scrutinized. In an era where social media influences public opinion, critical thinking has become more important than ever. Did you hear that? In this era that we are in this generation, in this era, where social media influences public opinion, it is the social media that influences public opinion. That is why you see almost Nigerian government they have agents on social media. Sometimes they create an article and they post it and they want to know how you're going to react. In the case of Mazi, you see how they use social media to create opinion, create perceptions. critical thinking has become more important than ever. When people react emotionally without verifying information, confusion can arise. Confusion can arise. When confusion spread, division often follows. That is why it is important for you to verify, apply critical thinking each time an information is passed to you, within and outside. It doesn't matter who is giving information, including myself. Including myself. When you get information, scrutinize it. If you find out there is something that is not right, call my attention. Request for a link, I'll give you a link. You come and explain yourself and make sure you have the right information. I'm willing to abide by what you say. I'm willing to listen and learn. And when division grows, collective objectives become more difficult to achieve. When division grows, collective objectives become more difficult to achieve. This is why factual information remains essential in this struggle. Factual information remains essential in this struggle. Don't just tell people something because you want to feel relevant. Don't just talk to people because you want them to feel that you are doing something. You want to make them feel that you are busy. It's not, you're not doing the struggle any good. Fact matters. Evidence matters. Verification matters. Responsible communication matters. It's just like in the advocacy of Biafra and the diplomacy. So many people today are claiming to be advocating for Biafra. They claim to be in diplomacy. But there is the one woman that stands out, our beloved sister Rachel. Rachel stands out. You can see her advocacy in Israel for Biafra. Have you seen the advocacy of Rachel, our sister Rachel in Israel? Excellently well. Without any picture, no picture, drama and all, you will see evidence. Recently, we saw signature being collected in Knesset for the discussion of Biafra. We saw signatures, and you will see it on video. You see it on video where signatures being signed, interviews are being read. You saw her inside the discussion. You saw her in the house in Knesset when they were discussing. And when she was called up to talk, and the other brother who stood up to talk. This is what is called advocacy and diplomacy. Not by picture. Some will go to a restaurant and take a picture and they will post. Some will go to a party. You see somebody in a party, you took a picture with a white man and you post. Different kinds of things just to drag attention to your side, to make people feel like, no. That's irrelevant. Go to our beloved sister Rachel and see what she's doing. A very wonderful work. Even when she started, some group came to claim her effort. And she said, no. The DOS jumped out and claimed, oh, they were the ones. But she said, no. I am doing this as a promise I made to my husband while he was alive. Her husband is late. And she continued on that mission. She said she's doing it for her husband. Nobody is sponsoring. Nobody is doing it. She is doing it on her own. And Rachel is doing excellently well. Go to her platform. Go to her X handle. You go to her Facebook handle. You will see what we call evidence-based information. Factual information. Verifiable information. Responsible communication. That is what you see in her platform. Goes into the Knesset to discuss about the Biafra. You will see. You see her meeting. When the signatures were signed, you see her and she showed the signature. You saw the people. They are not hiding their faces. It is not a picture drama. But some people today, they claim they are working in one place or the other. And all they will do is that whoever they meet, they take a picture. Any white man they meet in the environment, they take a picture. And then they will come out and tell you they are going to meet Donald Trump. They would tell you they are going to meet Mr. A or Mr. B and what? Just to let you know they are doing something when they are doing nothing. Fact matters. Evidence matters. Verification matters. Responsible communication matters. Another important issue is the challenge of internal disagreement. There are so much internal disagreements in today's restoration of Biafra. So much. No movement consists of people who think exactly alike. Do you believe that? No movement on this planet Earth consists of people who think exactly alike. Differences of opinion are normal. People may disagree on strategy. People may disagree on priorities. People may disagree on method of communication. People may disagree on leadership style. Disagreement itself is necessarily not a problem. If anybody is telling you that there will not be any disagreement, that person is not telling you the truth. Disagreement itself is not necessarily a problem. In fact, healthy debates can strengthen a movement. If we have a healthy disagreement, healthy debate, it can strengthen us more. It will make the cause of Biafra to be more stronger than ever. The problem arises when disagreement becomes hostility. And that is the one we are seeing today. The disagreement we have today is hostility. It has become hostility. People are hostile to each other. That is why people will threaten to take your life. People will go to your private life and begin to talk about your private life. Just like they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi today. That you disagree with Mazi Nnamdi, no problem. It doesn't make any sense. We can talk about it. But when you become hostile, attacking his personality, attacking his family, attacking his character, lying against him, that is where the problem comes. The problem arises when people stop listening to one another. The problem arises when personal attack replaces constructive dialogue. Most of the time today in the Biafran issue, what we see is personal attack. Go and see. Many platforms, they cannot have a program for 10 minutes without mentioning one person's name or the other. So many Biafran platforms, they cannot make a program for complete 30 minutes without using one Biafran person or the other to condemn what the person is doing, even when they themselves is not doing anything. Even if you don't believe in what the person is doing, why not focus on what you think you can do? Focus on your own. Do your own and showcase what you have. Showcase your own work and let that person do his own. The problem arises when emotion overshadows facts. And that is where we are. So many of us today in this struggle are very emotional. Emotional to a fault. Very, very emotional. Nigerian Biafrans are more than emotional. That sometimes they lose their senses. And that is why you see them jumping into any platform they see. Once somebody come and talk about Biafra, they are there. Once you put the flag of Biafra behind you, they are there. Once you mention Mazi Nnamdi, they are there. Once you say Mazi Simon Ekpa, they are there. Once you say, oh, hey Biafra, hey, everybody shout, oh, hey Biafra. The problem arises when emotions overshadow facts. We don't even have time to focus on the fact anymore. We don't have time to pay attention to facts. History shows that movement becomes stronger when disagreements are managed through discussion, respect, and shared commitment to larger goals. That is when you can be able to succeed. Movement becomes stronger when disagreements are managed through discussions, respect, and a shared commitment to larger goals. Today, so many of us will have lost respect for each other. There is no single respect. No single respect. Sometimes the people that even challenge you on the comment section or people that attack you are people that even when they see you personally in human being, when they see you one-on-one, they cannot stand. They can't stand. Some of them are even people, even online. If you tell them to come online for a debate, they can't stand. They can't stand. Some of them don't even know their left and right. They cannot even be able to defend what they are preaching. They can't defend it. The group they are promoting, what they are defending, or whoever they are projecting, they can't even defend it. If you ask them a question towards that, they are not going to. They can't defend it. But yet they will be the ones to attack you, call you name, abuse you. That is causing many discouragement to people. But for those who are born for this mission, who knows why they are here? We are not going anywhere. We're here now. We are going nowhere. We are going nowhere. The mission of Biafra, the Biafran project is my project. It doesn't concern, I'm not doing it for anybody. I'm not doing it to get anything for anybody or to any popularity. It is a project that concerns me. But if Biafra comes today, my life has become better. Automatically. 90% of my problem has been solved. Today, I want to speak about the importance of responsible advocacy. The importance of responsible advocacy. Responsible advocacy means speaking carefully. Some of us don't know that it is not only Biafrans that are watching our program. So many of people online today that are operating platforms, people who are controlling platforms, they don't know that it is not only the Biafran people that are watching your program. As you're shouting for recognition, you want to be recognized, you want Biafra. There are many people that pay attention to what we are saying. They want to know how prepared you are. They want to know how organized your message is. They want to know what message do you have to deliver, what do you have to offer. But so many of us in our platform today, when somebody comes there, will he find anything that will make him say, because of this person, I will continue to be in this cause, I will support this cause? Or will he find something that will say, oh, if it is because of this person, make Biafra no come? You, that is, wherever you are and you're representing Biafra, both physically, spiritually, wherever you are, both online and offline, in your working places, can somebody look at you and say, because of this character, I will make sure that Biafra comes? You see our brother, our beloved wife, Susan, in Israel. Her husband is late. Her husband is late, but she carried the mission of her husband till today. If her husband was not a sincere person, was not a responsible man, do you think that she will carry his vision? No. After all, she's not a Biafran. She is not a Biafran. So why is she worried about it? Responsible advocacy means speaking carefully. How are you advocating for Biafra? In your platform, in your working places, in your family, among your friends, when you are joking and jesting, how are you advocating for Biafra? Did you just open your mouth and say anything you want to say? Did you just open your mouth and vomit arrant nonsense? Did you just open your mouth and vomit anything that comes out? Let me tell you, some people will make you angry. That is natural. People will make you angry. But must you respond to everything that people do? Do you really have to respond to everything online? Do you really have to respond to every single attack against you online? Do you have to bring everything online to speak about it? Responsible advocacy. It means speaking carefully. How careful are you when you are speaking? As I'm in this platform, my platform represents Biafra. My platform represents Biafra under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. So whatever I do or say here has a lot to do with them. The way I present myself has a lot to do with them. The way somebody out there who doesn't know about Biafra sees me is likely the way the person is going to see our leaders. That is why you must be careful how you present yourself. Responsible advocacy means understanding the impact of words. The word you speak, what you tell your brother and your sister, the word that comes out of your mouth. Do you understand the impact of that word? The abusive word, the insult, the lies, the propaganda, the blackmail against your brother and sister. The false information you are pushing, even when you know that this is false. Do you understand the impact of the words? Even when you are not aware. Even when you mistakenly push wrong information. How many times do you come back to retract your word? Or to say, I made a mistake? There are some people who can never, ever retract their word. Today, we see some people who joined in attacking Mazi Nnamdi, but they turned around and they are no longer attacking him. Some of them are defending him today. Not everybody can do it. There are people who even Methuselah at a point in time, he attacked Mazi Nnamdi because he had the wrong information. He had the wrong information and he attacked Mazi Nnamdi. Achalugo attacked Mazi Simon Ekpa because she has wrong information. But because these individuals have conscience, when they got the right information, they came out, they apologized, and they changed their line of thought. And instead, they begin to defend the cause for which those people are fighting for. Responsible advocacy means understanding the impact of the words. Understand the impact your words have in people. Responsible advocacy means distinguishing between facts, opinion, assumptions, and speculation. So many of us in this very social media today, we cannot even distinguish between facts, opinion, when somebody just gives his own opinion, or when somebody comes just and give an assumption, I assume, assumption, or when somebody comes to speculate, we don't even know the differences. That is why in my WhatsApp group, once you post anything AI, I will delete it. I don't allow any AI information in my platform. In my WhatsApp group, I don't allow it. Once it comes in, I will delete it immediately. AI is one of the things that is confusing people now. That some idiots and clowns can just go and form anything and put it, including voice changers, and you will see it and they think it's real, but they're not real. This is the time for we to be able to distinguish between facts, opinion, assumptions, speculations. And most importantly, I am speaking to people who are presenting the Biafran message. If you are a Biafran presenter, whether you call yourself a content creator, an activist of Biafra, I have said it every time, I am not a content creator. I can call myself an activist of Biafra. I speak for the cause of Biafra. I'm not creating content to make anybody happy. If I want to be a content creator, I know what to do. I know direction to go. And when you come here, you will see thousands of viewers. I know what to do. If I want to create content that would attract viewers, I know what to say. I know what to do. It is not a rocket science, but I'm not a content creator. But those of us who are content creators, who are activists, who are advocating for Biafra, this message is very important on your own side. If you have any one of them, share this part. You can cut it out and give it to them. Responsible advocacy is important. And responsible advocacy means the ability to distinguish between facts, opinion, assumption, and speculation. Because some of us don't know the difference. Some of us don't know the difference. They take opinion as a fact. They take an assumption as a fact. They take speculation as a fact. They don't know the difference. And they run with it. They project it and they push it out there. And people will consume it. And at the end of the day, wrong information will continue to circulate. Responsible advocacy means recognizing that every statement made publicly, can influence public perceptions. Every single statement you make in the public can influence public perception. So if you want to abide by responsible advocacy, which is very compulsory and mandatory for all the Biafran agitators, you must be able to know that every statement made publicly can influence public perception. When discussing legal matters, political developments, or ongoing proceedings involving public figures, caution, accuracy, and extremely important. Just like the case of Mazi Nnamdi, some of us will report it. You see some content creator, some of them they are already telling you that Nigerian government have activated life sentence for Mazi Nnamdi. Some will tell you that Mazi Nnamdi has been given life sentence. Some will tell you that why is Mazi Nnamdi going for appeal? That they will give him life sentence for this appeal. They don't know what is called opinion. They don't know the difference between opinion, perspective, facts. They mix up everything. And they go on and report. And when they report, confusion begins to fly. You saw when that item came out, that Nigerian government put in a counter appeal. Is that a strange thing? It is not something strange. It is not something new. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not something to be worried about. That Nigerian government put a counter appeal. What were you expecting? Were you expecting that when Mazi Nnamdi appeal, they will fold their hands and relax and say, okay, appeal, and now you are free, you go? No. It doesn't work that way. These are people that broke all international law to go and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi in Kenya. They came to Nigeria, sentenced him with unknown law, a repealed law. Then you think that they can just come and walk away. No. No. Everything they are doing today is to pressure Mazi Nnamdi to surrender. It's emotional torture. They want to emotionally torture Mazi Nnamdi. If they can give him life sentence and allow him to be, give him death penalty and allow him to be there for some time, all this is a psychological warfare. They might decide to give him death sentence. So keep him and allow him for time. Maybe he will change his mind. He will be afraid. He wouldn't want to die. This is psychological warfare. But some of us have even helped the Nigerian government to push down their psychological warfare. So many Biafrans are already worried and crying and shouting and calling and doing all sort of things. But that doesn't make sense. More especially when it has to do with Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi was not called by you nor me. Mazi Nnamdi answered a call from Chukwu Gabiam. And he knows why he came. He is ready to do. There is nothing they have not given him. That is, the only condition is reject Biafra. They have sent delegates from east, west, north, and south, different kinds of delegates. They have tried to detach, the same way they did to Owazirike, to detach the struggle from him. That was what they did to Owazirike, and Owazirike surrendered. They detached the followers of Owazirike from Owazirike. And it was even the followers of Mazi that was preaching to Mazi to accept Nigeria. That is what they want to do Mazi Nnamdi. Today, the DOS today are the ones attacking Mazi Nnamdi. But Mazi Nnamdi is far, far, far ahead of them. he created another family to unite all the Biafran people, the 100 men. And today, the message of the 100 men is bringing back all the people that was taken out. They thought that the so-called DOS were in charge, but they have lost it long ago. It was even Mazi Simon that ended the DOS, only that people were not able to see it. But those of us who were working hand in hand with Mazi Simon, we saw it. Mazi Simon was the one that ended the DOS. He ended them. And he made the announcement that he made it in one of his programs. He said, immediately Mazi Nnamdi comes out, they will all be gone. I have played this here many times. Mazi Simon said it, that immediately Mazi Nnamdi comes out, every one of them in DOS is gone. They will not have part in this struggle. He's gone. If Mazi Simon were to be around, Mazi Nnamdi will not even pay attention to them. They won't even bother himself. But today you see that they are gone. That's in the Mazi Simon said. They are gone completely. Completely gone. And today, the 100 men established by Mazi Nnamdi, led by himself, is still forging ahead, which every one of us is part of. 100 men. We are moving ahead to the promised land. And very soon, it's going to happen. So we must be very cautious on the way we present matters. We are talking about responsible advocacy. We are still on the topic responsible advocacy. Know the way you present matters. People should avoid presenting assumptions as established facts. So many people assume so many things with that move of Nigerian government. Some people are presenting as a fact. That, oh yes, Mazi Nnamdi will be sentenced to life. Mazi Nnamdi will say, that is what you hear everywhere. Some use it as a topic, they make it as a topic. And the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi, they rose up and they begin to call for death penalty. We are not even supposed to pay attention to that. We're supposed to ignore it as if it doesn't exist. People should avoid presenting assumption as established fact. People, every one of us in this struggle, we should avoid spreading unverified claims. Stop spreading unverified. It doesn't matter. I am not advocating for you to go and join any group or leave your group and join any group where you are. Whichever group you are, please avoid spreading unverified claims. When your group is making a claim that cannot be verified, distance yourself. Whether they are the one who bought computer for you, the one who are paying for your internet, they're the one paying for your house rent. When they bring that information that is unverified, please stay clear. Don't even talk about it. Stay on your own. We should avoid contributing to confusion. We should avoid contributing to so many of us, more especially on the media, we are contributing to confusion. The confusion is created by us, and some of us are what they do every day is to come and add more fire, add more confusion with what they pray, with what they share, what they do. Instead, every one of us should encourage transparency. We should encourage transparency, evidence-based discussions. We have to encourage evidence-based discussions, responsible engagements. Responsible engagements. My brothers and sisters, another important topic is unity. Unity does not require uniformity. I have said it several times. Unity does not require uniformity. Unity does not mean everyone must think the same way. No. Unity means maintaining a shared commitment to common objectives despite differences. Will there be differences? Absolutely, there will be differences in opinion, in thought, in ideas, in strategy. But at the same time, we must maintain a shared commitment to a common objective despite differences. A community can have many voices, still remain united. We can have many platforms, many groups, many people leading so many groups. At the same time, we remain united. It is possible. A movement can have many perspectives, still remain focused. Unity requires patience. Patience. Unity requires maturity. Unity requires mutual respect for one another. Unity requires discipline. Without these qualities, even the strongest movements can face difficulties. So therefore, every one of us that is watching, and those who are going to watch later, we require patience, maturity, mutual respect, and discipline. Throughout history, successful movements have often emphasized organization, communication, collective responsibility. People work together despite disagreements because they understand the importance of the larger mission. If you understand the larger mission, that our mission is to be free, you are a slave. I am a slave in Nigeria. You are a slave. We are enslaved. We are all suffering. That is the major thing we want to get away from. It is not about the idea how we do it or who does it or who does it. No. The important thing is that we are out of it. Whoever does it or how it comes or who brought the idea, that doesn't matter. But today, some people will castigate an idea because they were not the one that brought it. Some people will attack an idea because they are not the one. We are talking about the case of Mazi Ekpa that is coming up in Finland on the 5th of August. Already, some people are quarreling for irrelevant issues. You create a problem where there is no problem. Some people are already quarreling. Some are castigating the international lawyer. That somebody brought an international idea of international lawyer. You don't want to support it. Why don't you create your own idea? All this is how to make sure that Mazi Ekpa is adequately represented in the Finland court. That is the target. Every one of us want to make sure that Mazi Ekpa is adequately represented in Finland court. That is the mission. So if you feel there is something you and your group can do to make sure he's adequately represented, do it. If you don't have any idea, allow people that are doing something to continue. Some people have gone ahead to pursue a means of getting international lawyer. If they succeed in that, it's a very good idea. If you can support it financially. It's a very good thing because you and I know that Mazi Ekpa was not properly represented in Finland. While we are all here making noise, gathering evidence here and there, none of this evidence was admitted in the court. None of the evidence was admitted in the court because the court belonged to Finland. The judges and lawyers belong to Finland. Just like the case of Mazi Nnamdi. When you have a political case, a political prisoner can only be released through pressure, not by court, not by law, not by judge say and judge did not say. Only pressure. Internal pressure and external pressure. International pressure. That is the only thing that releases a political prisoner. Pressure within and pressure without. So the only way you can mount external pressure in the case of Mazi Ekpa is to make sure that an international lawyer is showing interest by consulting the external affairs, foreign affairs minister, consulting the United Nations, consulting the EU and the United States, and sending their letters to the Finnish court. Let them know that they are watching. Because they signed up to human rights. They signed up to human rights, international rights, human rights. They are signatory to international human rights. So they must not abuse the right of Mazi Ekpa. His evidence must be admitted and listened to and heard and seen. You can't just reject the evidence for no excuse, for no reason whatsoever. But that was not to Mazi Ekpa because he has nobody to speak to him. It's not somebody who go inside the court. You can't go inside. The court belongs to Finland, and they have their way they do their thing. If you are not practicing there, you can't be there. But you can put pressure from outside. So when you hear about international law, it is to put pressure outside. So if you don't have that idea or you don't like it, why don't you focus on something else? Recently, I see some people also quarreling with the flyer for the what do you call it, the protest that's coming. Protest is going to happen from 4th to 7th. All this while I've been talking about that protest here. I don't know the actual time it's going to start. Neither do I know the actual venue yet. But the most important information I got there was to allow the Biafrans to prepare themselves and be there. And now that the informations are out, we will bring it out. And I will speak about it when I come to my program. So, but some people are quarreling with the information that is incomplete then. Do you want somebody to come and say what he or she doesn't know about? So many of us online that are speaking, personally myself, I speak based on information that I get. Once I confirm it and verify that this is what it is, I will speak about it. I will share it. If it's not confirmed, I will limit my information to what I know. Even if you ask me, I will tell you I don't know yet. Until when I get the information, I will pass it down to you. But some people are now quarreling. I don't know why they are quarreling. For the fact that in all the flyers I've seen, every of those flyers is supporting the protests in Finland. Every of those flyers has not changed the date. The date of the case remained from 5th to 21st. And the protest remained from the 4th to 7th. Then the question should be what time, what date, where is it going to be held. Then information are still coming and going, and people will be asking questions. And those of us online and offline will be asking questions to get this information out. It's not something that's supposed to cause chaos or problem or make us try to use it to castigate somebody or attack. No. It doesn't want it. That is why I talk about advocacy, responsible advocacy. We need to manage our thought most of the time. You must not react to everything. You must not speak about it. There are certain things you see, you overlook it. Biafra is not going to come because you talk too much or before you shout too much. Mazi Nnamdi himself said it. It is the project of Chukwu Okike Abiama. And even if all of us fail, Chukwu Okike Abiama will make it to come. Even through an enemy, he can make it come. Chukwu Okike can give us Biafra through a Janjaweed. In case you don't know. It can come through anybody. Our interest is to be free and have our nation. People work together despite disagreement because they understood the importance of the larger mission. That lesson remains relevant today. I also want to address the importance of legal representation and legal process in democratic societies. Wherever legal proceedings involve individuals connected to public cause or political movements, supporters mutually pay attention. However, legal matters shall always be approached responsibly. Case of Mazi Mazi Nnamdi, we must have to approach it responsibly, no matter what happens. Legal system operates through evidence, procedures, due processes. Whenever they walk away from the due process, we start shouting, just like the case of Mazi. Why didn't they admit his evidence? That is why we are crying and shouting every day. Why? What is the reason? There's no reason to abuse his right. Public discussion should respect this principle. Supporters who wish to contribute positively should focus on lawful advocacy, public awareness, constructive engagement, and support for fair legal process. That is what you're supposed to be talking about in the case of Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi. We need to be advocating for their rights. creating awareness. Wherever their right has been abused in the past, we continue to highlight it, call the attention of international community to pay attention as the appeal is coming up. We continue to create awareness so that the world will pay close attention to what is happening and monitor every move. The rule of law is an important principle in democratic society. Fair hearing, access to legal representation, transparency, and due process are values that many people around the world support, regardless of political affiliation. You see why we need to be shouting when there is illegality, when there is no transparency, when there is no proper representation. We must continue to shout and talk, because due process are values that people around the world would support, regardless of political affiliation. The world, once they see that your right is abused, you're not properly represented, there's no transparency, of course the world will come into the issue. That is why we continue to highlight wherever the right of Mazi Nnamdi or Mazi Simon is being abused. As they are going to the appeal, we continue to highlight it. As responsible citizens and observers, it is important to promote respect for these principles. Another issue that deserves attention is emotional decision making. Emotional decision making. Many people become emotional invested in political and social causes. This emotional issue is a problem that we need to deal with. It's eating up the struggle. We must be very careful. People care deeply about issues that affect their communities, identities, and future. However, emotion alone should not determine decision. Our emotion alone is not going to settle the issue. Fact must guide our action. In your emotions, fact should guide your actions. Evidence must guide conclusions. Reason must guide discussions. When emotions are balanced with critical thinking, better decisions are often made. When emotion completely overrides reason, mistake can occur. We have to check our emotional stability in this struggle. That is why every supporter of the Biafran cause, every activist, every commentator, and observer should drive to remain informed, balanced, and thoughtful. Very important. And I have to say this, that is very important. The future of any movement depends on the quality of its communication. Pay attention. The future of any movement depends on the quality of its communication. Likewise, in this Biafran struggle, communication shapes public perceptions, public opinion. Communication shapes public opinion. And you know, in the case of Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi Simon, public opinion takes front line. Public opinion takes front stage. These are political prisoners. So public perceptions matters a lot. That is why you must be very careful about your communication. We must be very careful because communication shapes public perception. Communication influences supporters. Communication attracts new participants. How many people have you brought to Biafra? How many have you brought to Biafra store? Or are you driving away the people that are inside? Ask yourself, through your communication, are you bringing people into the struggle or you're driving them away? Ask yourself. Ask yourself, through your communication, either on the comment section, either on the live stream or face-to-face, is your word bringing people into the struggle or you're driving them away? Communication influences supporters. Communication attracts new participants. Communication determines credibility. For the world to see us as credible, it depends on what we say. A movement that values truth, accuracy, and responsible engagement often earn greater respect. That is why Mazi Nnamdi is respected across the whole world. That is why the case of Mazi Nnamdi is making wave in all the important places of the world. Likewise, the case of Mazi Simon is making waves. A movement that allows misinformation to spread unchecked may face credibility challenges. You see why we must be very careful. Don't just say anything because you want to say it. You want to score a point. You want to score a point against your brother, against your sister, and because of that, you are destroying what we are building. It's not going to help you. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Therefore, communication should always be treated as a serious responsibility. But unfortunately, those who are in communication today in the Biafran struggle, very unserious set of people. So many of them are very unserious. They open their mouth and they vomit anything, even when they know that the world is listening. Even when they know it is not only Biafran that are paying attention. As we continue this discussion, I encourage everyone listening to become ambassador of truth. Verify before you are sharing. Verify before you are sharing. Today, I see some people, they share a lot of things on my private platform. Once I see unverified information, I'm taking it out immediately. I don't wait for a second. Well, except I didn't see it. If I see any of, more especially all these AI videos, unverified, once I see it from content creators, I delete it completely. There are some people, once I see their face on the video, I'll delete it. I don't even need to listen to it. Verify before sharing. Don't just share anything in your group. Everything you see, you share in your group. Everything you see, even something that will cause confusion. You don't even verify. Even some people don't even listen to the video. They just see a video they share. So many people, they don't even listen to the video. They just saw a video with the Biafra flag. They share it. They don't even know what it contains. Sometimes people even share DOS content into my platform, and I begin to wonder. Research before concluding. Listen before reacting. Think before posting. Think before posting anything you want to post. This simple habit can make a significant difference in what we are doing. This simple habit, verify before sharing, research before concluding, listen before reacting, think before posting. This simple habit can make a significant difference in all that we are doing online. It will make a significant difference. My brothers and sisters, history is watching all of us. So, history is watching you and I. Future generations often evaluate movement not only by their goals, but also by how they conducted themselves. It's not only by what we achieve, how we conducted ourselves will also be judged in time to come. The generation unborn will check how we conducted ourselves. Did we remain committed to the truth? Did we promote peaceful dialogue? Did we encourage critical thinking? Did we respect human rights? Did we humble ourselves? Did we handle disagreements constructively? These are the questions that we ask in the future. These questions matters. They matter a lot. As we conclude today's broadcast, I want to leave everyone with a few final thoughts, wherever you're watching me from. If you have not shared this video, please kindly share, like. As we are rounding up, as we conclude today's message, today's broadcast, I want to leave everyone with a few final thoughts. Wherever you are, please stay informed, stay disciplined, stay respectful, stay engaged. Support truth over rumor. Please, support truth over rumor. Support facts over speculation. Support constructive dialogue over personal attack. Support unity over unnecessary division. Remember that informed citizens are stronger than misinformed crowd. Did you hear that? You didn't hear me. Always remember that informed citizens are stronger than misinformed crowd. You might be happy that you have the crowd. You might be happy you have the followership. But when you have a bunch of misinformed people, you're as good as having nothing. You're as good as having nothing. When you have a group of misinformed youth, misinformed citizens, you're as good as having nothing. Remember that credibility is built through honesty. If you want people to see you as credible, you must be honest. Remember that responsible advocacy strengthens public trust. And remember that every movement benefits when supporters prioritize knowledge, integrity, and respect. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, wherever you are watching from, I appreciate every one of you wherever you are watching from Africa, from Biafra land, from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. You are watching from Iran, from Ukraine, from China. Thank you for joining today's live stream. If you found value in this discussion, please, if you found value in this very message today, if the message resonates with you, please, I beg you in the name of Chukwuka, like the program, share the program, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't just be an observer. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. It is very important. I learn from the comment section too. If there is something I have said that you don't agree with, if there are corrections you need to make, go to the comment section and put your word there. I am going to read. I'm going to read. You can equally tell us where you're watching from. Let the world know that it is not only people gathering in one room and they're watching themselves. Tell us where you are watching from on the comment section. Tell us your perspectives on the importance of unity, factual information, and responsible advocacy. What do you think about this? This is what we discussed today. On your own terms, what do you think? Do you think that this discussion is important? What do you feel about? What do you feel about the importance of unity, factual information, responsible advocacy? In your own word. Because some people might understand your own word better than mine. Some people might understand your own explanation better than mine. So put it on the comment section. Let people watch and see. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and continue promoting truth, justice, and constructive dialogue. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every one of us that has been on this program today. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate every one of you that have been part of this program. And I pray that Chukwu Okike will give us our heart desires and give it to us very, very soon. See you again next time. Stay blessed, and may Chukwu Kabiama be with you all.
The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chiko kikabi amapuni nyani ne chineke no gende sona efewe na kushala nyina ina koza hanso ya mbuni onanye na jama we kama nzozi zingani anyana ge farusi obona nege ole kali nyani ne kale kama mbona ne kale obia mnendi nden so na ya na kushala ne obadi ndo no totoa inyaba no wanene and you were not young. Be connected with make a difference with your source and you were not looking with
But you know what? I would like you to believe that Ekpa is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I do in 5 years to come. Thank you.